I messed up. I should have kept that secret for years. Bruno Mars has been the subject of many rumors since he was arrested and was involved in several legal battles that put his career at risk. He also had a dangerous gambling addiction that almost cost him everything, and who could forget the rumors that he owed $50 million to the MGM Resort in Las Vegas. It's clear that Bruno Mars's fun-loving image hides a much darker side. Today we're going to look more closely at his struggles, his vices, and the truth behind the rumors of multiple legal battles and his arrest in Las Vegas in 2010. On September 19, 2010, after a high-energy show at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Bruno Mars was arrested. Law enforcement became suspicious when they saw Mars spending a lot of time in a toilet cubicle, which led to his arrest for drug possession. Mars quickly admitted he had made a mistake and said he regretted it, saying that it had been a wake-up call in his life. In reflection on the situation, he has since said he is surprised at how smoothly it all went. Things quickly got out of hand, but Mars was able to negotiate a plea deal that kept him out of jail in exchange for doing community service hours and going to educational programs. By 2012, he had successfully completed all the terms of his plea deal, the charges were officially dropped, and Mars was able to put this chapter behind him. This event was a big turning point in his life. He came out of it with a renewed focus on his career and personal life, even though the charges were true. Mars's ability to get through this setback showed how strong he was and how determined he was to move forward. He used it as a chance to grow as a person and to reinforce his message of learning from mistakes and keeping going no matter what. Even after his mistake in Vegas, Mars was still in legal trouble. On January 28, 2014, Demetrius Orlandi's Proctor sued Bruno Mars and rapper Try McCoy, saying that their hit song Billionaire, which Mars co-wrote and sang on, violated his copyright. Proctor said that the melody of Billionaire sounded a lot like one of his own songs, for which he got a copyright in March 2011. This was true even though Billionaire came out a year earlier, in 2010. Proctor showed proof of this by showing a copyright certificate from the U.S. Copyright Office for a collection of tapes called Frizzy Volume 1 to 30 tapes and accused Mars and McCoy of willful and intentional infringement. He wanted to get rid of all copies of Billionaire, both digital and physical, and get paid for the unauthorized use of his work. However, Proctor's lawsuit hit a big problem when Tabby McCoy's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss. The court agreed, citing technical issues such as Proctor's failure to properly serve McCoy and the lack of personal jurisdiction. Proctor also couldn't say which parts of his work had been copied, which made his case much weaker. The lawsuit ended without doing any real damage to Mars's career. After his legal problems were over, Bruno Mars released his second studio album, Unorthodox Jukebox, on December 7, 2012. The album was a big step forward in terms of creativity for Mars, and he let fans listen to the whole thing a week before it came out, which was a move that. Innovative at the time, Unorthodox Jukebox debuted at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard 200, with an impressive 192,000 copies sold in its first week. It quickly rose to number 1 in several countries, including Australia, Canada, Switzerland, and the UK, solidifying Mars' status as one of the best pop artists of the decade. The album would go on to sell over 6 million copies worldwide, further solidifying Mars' presence in the music industry. Controversies and became a huge commercial success. It also showed how well Mars could handle the music business after a number of personal and legal setbacks. Just as Bruno Mars' career seemed to be going smoothly with the release of his album 24K Magic on November 18, 2016, Another legal storm started brewing around one of his earlier hits, Uptown Funk, which came out 2 years earlier. Uptown Funk, which was produced by Mark Ronson and featured Mars on vocals, became a huge global hit, topping the charts and becoming a defining song of the 2010s. However, it was also the subject of many copyright infringement claims. The Gap Band and their producer filed the most famous lawsuit, saying that Uptown Funk was too similar to their 1979 hit Oops, Upside the Head. After going to court, Murs and other members of the Gap Band were given credit as co-writers of Uptown Funk and 177% of the song's publishing royalties. This was a big financial win for the band, but their legal problems didn't end there. Victoria, a Serbian singer, said that Uptown Funk sounded like one of her songs, but she decided not to go to court. Electro-funk band Collage sued, saying the track sounded like their song Young Girls, Another Group. The Sequence said Mars and Ronson copied their track Funk You Up in 2017. Alardia Entertainment, the company that published Zapp's famous song More Bounce to the Ounce, joined the lawsuit, saying that Uptown Funk used parts of the classic funk song, although some of these lawsuits were later thrown out. But the wave of accusations showed how blurry the lines are between musical inspiration, homage, and copying. The legal drama surrounding Uptown Funk raised important questions about artistic influence and ownership in music. While Mars and Ronson defended their work as a modern take on classic funk, critics said the song borrowed too much from earlier tracks. The tension between these points of view speaks to a larger issue. In the music business, there is debate about how much artists can borrow from their predecessors while still being original. These issues also led to debates about cultural appropriation. For example, some people said that Mars, a non-black artist, was taking advantage of a genre that has deep roots in. Some critics, like Sensei Aishath on the Grapevine, said that Mars's success was partly due to his ability to market black music to white audiences. Others, on the other hand, defended Mars by saying that his music often celebrates and pays homage to the funk and soul genres instead of exploiting them. Lawsuits like the ones over Uptown Funk show how hard it is to make music in a world where originality is always being called into question. Mars has been able to stand out from the crowd, and he is still focused on his art and making music that connects with a wide audience while staying true to his influences. As Mars moves forward, it is clear that his story, even though it has been hard at times, will continue to be one of resilience, creativity, and unwavering passion. Legal problems were common for a star of Bruno Mars's caliber in 2021. There were new rumors about the musician that put him under a different kind of scrutiny. It was said that Mars owed MGM Resorts International a huge $50 million gambling debt. The rumors said that Mars's gambling habits had gotten out of hand, costing him a lot of money, and he was directing a big. Mars used some of the money he made from his lucrative Las Vegas residencies to pay off this debt. The rumors that Mars was having money problems, even though he was making about $90 million a year from his Las Vegas shows, caused a lot of excitement. Fans and the media were amazed that one of the world's most successful artists could be secretly dealing with such a big debt. Mars's polished public image. These claims were even more shocking because of his image and huge wealth, which added a mysterious touch to his otherwise glamorous persona. In response to these sensational claims, MGM Resorts quickly issued a statement denying that he had any debt of that kind. The company made it clear that the reports were completely false and without any merit, and they even praised them. MGM strongly denied the rumors, saying that Mars's relationship with the resort had always been positive and mutually beneficial. However, the rumors stuck around, especially since Mars had joked about his gambling habits on a 2016 appearance on Mars joked during carpool karaoke with James Corden that he had once used gambling to pay his bills. Even though the confession was made in jest, it led to more rumors about whether the rumors about his gambling problems were true. As the rumors persisted, both fans and critics wondered if the rumors were true. Whether Mars's past comments about gambling were taken out of context or if they hinted at a deeper problem. In his interview with Corden, Mars joked that he had relied on gambling as a way to make ends meet at one point in his life. The admission was made as part of a larger conversation about his life. The story took off because people were interested in the idea of a famous person having gambling debts. Mars's lifestyle, which included high-profile Las Vegas residences and access to some of the most exclusive casinos, naturally made people wonder if the pop star might have been involved in high-stakes gambling. However, there was no solid evidence to support the claim. Mars did not publicly address the rumors about a $50 million debt, and MGM officially denied them. For many, this incident was a lesson of how quickly rumors can get out of hand in the world of celebrities, even when official denials are given. The public's desire for sensational stories are often what keep these kinds of rumors going. Mars's joke about gambling during his carpool karaoke appearance, which was meant to be funny, accidentally fed the rumor mill. In the end, the rumors about Bruno Mars's alleged gambling debt seemed to be more fiction than fact. The reports were greatly exaggerated, and MGM's strong response and the lack of any solid evidence support this. However, this episode showed the difficulties of being a global superstar, where even the smallest joke or offhand comment can lead to wild speculation. Bruno Mars' legal battles and the rumors going around about his personal life are indicative of a larger problem. A lot of celebrities have to deal with the fact that their huge fame, wealth, and public scrutiny can make it easy for rumors and speculation to spread. In Mars's case, his status as a well-paid, internationally famous artist made him a prime target for sensational stories, even ones that were mostly based on speculation. He has been able to handle these problems, though. With relative grace, his experiences show what it's like to keep up a public image when there are constant rumors about you. Whether he's dealing with copyright lawsuits or false claims about gambling, Mars's ability to stay focused on his music and craft is a testament to. Even in the entertainment industry, where headlines can change every day, it takes a long time for fans to find out the truth. Mars's journey through these legal and personal problems shows how complicated celebrity life can be. Behind the glitz and glam, stars like Mars face real-life problems that are often made worse by their fame. The question of how much truth is in the rumors will always be there, but Mars's ability to navigate these rough waters is inspiring. He is still focused on his music and being creative as his career continues to grow. The legal battles and rumors that have been going around are just another part of Bruno Mars's amazing journey. The problems he has faced are important, but they have not stopped him, overshadowed his amazing accomplishments, or weakened his star power early on. Born Peter G. Hernandez on October 8, 1985, in Honolulu, Hawaii, Bruno Mars grew up in the lively Wiki neighborhood. His family had a lot of musical heritage, which helped him become a star. His father, Peter Hernandez, was of Puerto Rican and Jewish descent from Brooklyn. His mother, Bernadette San Pedro Bode, was Filipino and had Spanish ancestry. The couple met through their love of performing. His mother was a belly dancer and his father was a percussionist. Mars's early musical experiences were varied and eclectic because of his family's multicultural background. His father liked rock and roll stars like Little Richard, and his mother loved dance. Singing had a big impact on young Bruno. In fact, his father gave him the nickname Bruno because he thought the toddler looked a lot like the burly wrestler. Bruno Sortino Mars was one of 6 children, and their home was full of music, from raga to R&B pop to hip hop. From a very young age, it was clear that Bruno Mars was meant to be on stage. His uncle, who impersonated Elvis Presley, encouraged him to join the family in performing Elvis's songs, and by the time he was 3, Mars was already wowing audiences with his impersonations of both Presley and Michael Jackson. By the time he was 4, he was performing regularly with his family. Amazing people with his amazing Elvis impression, which made him famous in his hometown early on. One memorable moment happened during a childhood performance of Can't Help Falling in Love. Love saw young Bruno wet himself on stage, but that didn't stop him from wanting to perform. This showed how resilient he was and how much he loved music from a very young age. By 1990, Mars, who was only 5, was already being featured as Little Elvis in a Hawaiian newspaper and made a short but memorable appearance at the Aloha Bowl halftime show to show off his skills. He had a cameo in the movie Honeymoon in Vegas and an interview with comedian Pauly Shore on MTV. These early performances, while charming, showed glimpses of the superstar talent that would later take the world by storm. Bruno Mars had a perfect childhood, but it wasn't all fun and games. When he was 12, his parents divorced, which was a turning point in his life. Soon after, the love letters and money problems started. Bruno's father's business ventures had failed, and he couldn't afford to give his family stable housing. For a while, they lived in bad conditions, sometimes sleeping in their car or in the ruins of an old bird zoo where his father used to work. Despite these problems, Mars was determined to follow his musical dreams. When he was in high school, Bruno Mars went to President Theodore Roosevelt High School in Honolulu, where he joined a band called the Schoolboys. The group quickly became popular in the area, opening for shows like his father's new band and singing covers of classic songs by the Easy Brothers and the Temptations. Mars. His charisma and talent made him a standout performer, and his local gigs helped him become known as a rising star in Hawaii. Mars also took part in a famous impersonator show, where he played Michael Jackson and earned $75 per performance. For a high school student, his commitment to these early performances helped him become the world-class performer he would become. Bruno Mars' big break came when his sister, who lived in Los Angeles, sent his demo to Mike Lynn, who was in charge of Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment. Lynn saw potential in the young artist and invited him to LA in 2003, when he was only 17 years old. Mars moved to the mainland to pursue a music career. When he got to Los Angeles, he took his stage name from his childhood nickname, Bruno. He added Mars to his name to make it stand out and avoid being labeled as a Latin artist. He thought that adding Mars to his name made it more memorable and showed how unique he was as an artist. At first, Mars had a hard time breaking into the music business and was shocked by how poor some parts of the city were. Still, he stayed focused on his goal, and after a lot of hard work and performances, he finally caught the attention of executives in the music business, which led to his big break. Bruno Mars' move to Los Angeles was a turning point in his life, but the road to success wasn't easy. Soon after he got there in 2003, he signed a record deal with Town Records in 2004. This looked like the big break he had been waiting for, but the partnership didn't work out as planned. They were up against an industry that was hard to break into, and Mars also tried to get Will's backing, Arm's management team, but ran into more problems. These early failures were discouraging, but they turned out to be important lessons that helped shape his future. Even with these problems, Mars's time at Town wasn't wasted. It was there that he met Philip Lawrence, a songwriter and producer who would become an important part of Mars's career. Unfortunately, Town fired Mars less than a year after signing him, which was a big blow to the young artist, but Mars made the brave choice to stay in Los Angeles. Mars was determined to make it in the business. In 2005, he found a chance with a music publishing deal at West Side Independent, where he worked with experienced producers Steve Lindsay and Cameron Strang. It was here that he really started to improve his songwriting skills, working with Brody Brown and Jeff Backer, whom he had met through Mike Lynn and Aftermath Entertainment. Lindsay taught Mars an important lesson: it wasn't enough to just be talented to write a hit song. You had to really understand what made music connect with people. This time of intense learning was very important, even though it meant waiting almost 5 years for a big break. During this time, Mars played with his brother in a band called Sex Panther. Eric Hernandez later became the drummer for Mars' live band, the Hooligans. Even though these were hard years full of rejection, Mars's strength never wavered. Philip Lawrence played a huge part in Mars's rise to fame. At first, Lawrence didn't want to meet Mars because he didn't have enough money, but Keith Harris, the drummer for the Black Eyed Peas, changed his mind by chance. Harris paid for Lawrence's travel, which made it possible for Mars and Lawrence to start working together. What began as a small collaboration turned into a defining creative partnership, as the two wrote songs and dealt with the many rejections that are common in the music business. In 2006, Lawrence introduced Mars to Aaron Bay Shuck, who would later become his partner. A manager at Atlantic Records in Bay Shuck was immediately impressed by Mars's talent, especially his guitar skills, and wanted to sign him right away. However, the deal didn't go through until almost 3 years later because Atlantic Records thought Mars needed more time to grow as an artist. By 2008, both Mars and Lawrence were about to give up because years of hard work had not led to any success and frustration was rising. That all changed when Brandon Creed, who was looking for songs for the newly reunited Menudo, heard a song called Lost that had been written for Mars, even though they had refused to play on the album at first. Lawrence sold the song for $20,000, which gave them a much-needed financial boost. This windfall allowed them to continue their musical pursuits, but Creed's influence didn't end there. For the next 9 years, he managed Mars's career, playing a key role in his rise from producer to solo artist and breakthrough hits. Before Mars became a solo artist, he became known behind the scenes as a producer and songwriter working with artists like Alexandra Burke and Adam Levine. Brandy and Sean Kingston, Mars slowly made a name for himself in the music business. His co-writing credit on Florida's 2009 hit Right Round was a big turning point. The song became a worldwide sensation, giving Mars his first taste of mainstream success. He also co-wrote the Shogi Bab song Get Sexy and provided backing vocals on their 2010 album Sweet Seven. During this time, Mars's unique voice was featured on Far East Movement's Animal album track 3D and on Troy McCoy's charity single One at a Time for MTV's Staying Alive Foundation. These collaborations helped Mars improve his skills and gain industry experience, which prepared him for the next stage of his career. Bruno Mars's rise to solo stardom was fueled by a series of smart partnerships. His work on Boob's 2010 hit single Nothing on You and Travie McCoy's Billionaire were the keys to his mainstream success. Nothing on You was a chart topper, reaching the top of both the Billboard Hot 100 and the UK Singles Chart. Mars's work on these songs showed how great he is at writing catchy hooks and memorable melodies. In an interesting aside, Mars has said in an interview that he thinks Nothing on You would have had a very different feel if he had sung it all himself. 1990s R&B instead, the collaboration let his unique style shine without taking over the song, a balance that helped him as he became a solo artist. On May 11, 2010, Mars's first extended play EP, It's Better If You Don't Understand, came out. This project marked his official shift from a behind-the-scenes writer to a front-and-center performer. Even though it only reached #99 on the Billboard 200, it was a key moment in his journey that showed how versatile he was. Mars's ability to work with a wide range of artists was further shown in the music video for The Other Side, a standout track from the EP that featured collaborations with j.lo and Boob. As Mars's fame continued to grow, so did his financial success in 2013. He was the 12th highest paid musician that year, with an estimated $18.83,968 in earnings. That was just the beginning. In 2014, Forbes started keeping track of his earnings and estimated that he made $60 million between June 2013 and June 2014, which put him 13th on the Celebrity 100 list. This financial success was nothing compared to what came next. Between June 2016 and June 2017. Mars earned $39 million, putting him in 6th place on Forbes's list of the world's highest-paid celebrities. His earnings kept going up, and by July 2018, he was named America's highest-paid musician for 2017, having made $100 million just that year. This amazing accomplishment put him in 11th place on the Celebrity 100 list, and by 2019, Mars's earnings had hit $51 million, $5 million, which put him 54th on the Forbes Celebrity 100 list for that year. At the same time that Bruno Mars's career reached new heights, his lost Las Vegas residencies made him millions of dollars. Rumors started to spread about a less glamorous side of his life. He was said to have been gambling a lot, which led to questions about. Some people wondered if Mars had a gambling problem that wasn't being told to the public. Others thought that Mars and MGM Resorts might be hiding some facts from WS to protect their identities. Could Mars's image as a successful and controlled performer be hiding deeper financial problems? These rumors started when Mars was at the top of his career. His Las Vegas shows were huge hits, bringing in millions of dollars. But behind all of this wealth and fame, rumors kept going around that Mars had a big gambling debt, supposedly as much as $50 million. The contrast between his public image of success and the claims of mounting debt made the mystery deeper. Although rumors about Mars' finances continued to make headlines, the pop star was in the news for a completely different reason in 2023. In a move that shocked both fans and people in the music business, Mars and his partner Anderson .Paak decided to pull their debut album An Evening with Silk Sonic from consideration for a Grammy Award. There were a lot of people who thought the album would win the Grammys, just like it did the year before with the success of their hit single Leave the Door Open. The decision to take the album out of the running for the award left a lot of people confused. Both Mars and Dopa had previously won Grammys. Won a lot of awards at the 2022 Grammys, including Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Mars explained their reasons by saying that they already felt like winners because of how well their music had been received. The other awards were just icing on the cake, signaling that they were happy with the praise they had already received and wanted to give other artists a chance to shine. While this explanation seemed plausible, some couldn't help but wonder if there was more to the story. For example, Mars may have been trying to avoid the extra attention that another Grammy win would bring, with rumors about his personal life and gambling habits going around. Winning more awards might have brought unwanted attention back to his money problems and other problems in his career. New music and collaborations Die with a Smile with Lady Gaga. Then, in August 2024, Mars and Lady Gaga shocked everyone by putting out a new song together called Die with a Smile. It was the first new music from either artist in a long time, and the news got their fans very excited. The two superstars had been teasing the collaboration for weeks with cryptic social media posts that included photos of them wearing each other's merchandise. The build-up to the release created a wave of anticipation, and the song was met with overwhelming praise. Enthusiasm Die with a Smile wasn't just a catchy pop song. Its lyrics talked about love, relationships, and how short life is, which led many fans to think that the song might be about some of the problems that both Mars and Gaga had had in their careers. For Mars, who had been the subject of persistent rumors and legal challenges, the song seemed to be a reflection on the difficulties of fame and how important it is to stay grounded in the midst of the chaos. Rumors, legal battles, and controversies that have surrounded Bruno Mars, the singer has kept a calm demeanor that has only added to his mysterious public image. Unlike many celebrities who are quick to respond to scandals, which often leads to more rumors, Mars has chosen a different strategy: silence. This quiet resilience has helped him weather the storms of public scrutiny without seeming overly defensive or reactive. There were a lot of rumors that Mars owed $50 million in gambling debt. Despite the headlines and media frenzy, Mars never directly addressed these claims. Instead, he let MGM Resorts issue a public statement denying any such debt, which seemed to put an end to the rumors for a while. But fans and critics couldn't help but be curious about the mystery, especially after Mars's 2016 appearance on. During Carpool Karaoke with James Corden, he joked that he had used gambling winnings to pay his bills during a tough time in his life. This lighthearted comment only added to the rumors, leaving people to wonder how much of the story was true. While the full extent of Mars's financial dealings may never be known, his response to the rumors and the rumors about his personal life have been nothing short of masterful. He has consistently avoided the media traps that have caught many other celebrities, instead letting his work speak for itself. Even as rumors about his personal life spread, Mars's focus has stayed on his music and performances. Mars's silence in the face of scandal has also helped him keep an air of mystery around him, keeping fans and critics guessing about the real Bruno behind the headlines has helped him avoid potentially damaging situations without having to face them head-on. Whether it's the rumors about his gambling habits or the accusations of copyright violations that have followed some of his biggest hits, Mars has stayed on top of his game. Bruno Mars has been one of the most consistent and captivating performers of his generation by not letting controversy ruin his career. He has done this by not letting issues with his money, music, or personal life get in the way of his career. His ability to handle the ups and downs of fame, along with his immense talent, has solidified his place as one of pop music's most enduring stars. Even though there have been problems and rumors, Mars has never wavered in his dedication to making music that connects with people all over the world. The public may never know the full truth about the rumors of his gambling debt or the real reasons he pulled out of the Grammys, but one thing is for sure: Bruno Mars has mastered the art of balancing fame, money, and privacy. His calm demeanor and unmatched musical talent have helped him keep moving forward. We may never know the whole story of Mars's alleged money problems, but the fact that he is able to rise above the fray and keep putting out hit after hit shows that he is, at his core, an artist driven by passion and creativity. His career has been marked by resilience and an unwavering dedication to his craft, which means that no matter what controversies come up, Bruno Mars will continue to captivate audiences and keep us all guessing about the next exciting chapter in his life and music.